a waiting list. When I started at Serpentine Monastery, there really wasn't much of a waiting list. But now, Sukite Gayudo Bhava Aviva. Down the beach with Mark. That's a really gentle. You don't have to pump iron at the gym.
You cannot tell old men. You cannot tell.
Yeah, please join in with the Bindabat. You make tambun too. Satu. Satu. But they can still become very good monks, yeah. So this is...
You see like that they can read, they can talk.
They can talk, yeah. They can listen. This one here, there he goes. And so he's doing their training to become a monk. And before they can go to the next step of the becoming a monk, which is asking Ajahn Brahm if you can start with. It takes a long time to get your rhythm going into becoming a monk. People don't just become enlightened as soon as they put them, and you're not going to be wasting the generosity of the supporters, because it takes
our different speak normally meaning say just do it. That's what they do.
That's all right. This one it looked like it used a lot of electricity. It looked like a 500 watt. This one here, there he goes. And so he's doing their training to become a monk.
You've got to start looking after himself.
Getting down the beach with Mark. Can he swim? Or many, many lifetimes. Getting born again and then having another, doing more practice until you find. That's like having the kettle on all the time.
Yeah. Even I tell them to turn off all the time. Everything they say.
So we can all smile like Westerners, right?
And David too.
Okay, so we'll see you next week.
Yep.
See you.
I'm talking about a mind that doesn't have the greediness. It doesn't have anger. And it doesn't have craziness. Become enlightened, or to become a wise monk, you can't do that from reading the books. The wisdom does not come if you don't have a still mind. It's very, very important to have this still mind that's clear. And when I say a still mind, a clear mind. There we go. I'm the cameraman too.
Yeah, because soon lots of people will see us in the back because people come from.
And the money that they donate and the food that they donate comes out of their hard work. And so Ajahn Brahm wants to make sure. So these huts are made of bricks and they can withstand a bushfire. And that's part of the government rules, as you must. And one of the things I was teaching last night or at the meditation was that became one of the enlightened beings. And he could teach people what he knew from his mind. He didn't teach people from the books. Too hot to stay inside because you'll cook like you're in an oven. But we only had one big bushfire. He has a wife and maybe sometimes children as well. Or if the priest is a woman, then she might have a husband who's smart and intelligent to become a monk or to become enlightened. It just requires, following the.
You've got to start looking after himself.
Getting down the beach with Mark. Can he swim? Now the waiting list is so long. So many people would like to ordain under Ajahn Brahm that the waiting list can be up to.
Yeah, from Germany too.
Germany.
Yes. Oh yeah.
My friend knows she calls it Yellow.
Germany.
This is a mind that's still, it's free from those things. Then wisdom comes up, you become very wise. So it's very...
นั่นคืออาหารทำบุญค่ะ
First we have the nice rice, and then the groceries. Sava Santa Pavajito Sava. And they built them very quickly. When we build our kutis, it takes a year. And they built their kutis very quickly out of very simple. And in Australia, we have a different way of doing the training than in Thailand. A little bit different, not everywhere. Door.
The door, yeah, they all living so hard here.
Yes, and the big, powerful light that's on out there, it's belong. The monastery. Sometimes that happens. So these are the heavenly beings, angels, things like that, that look after you. He couldn't pass school at all because he couldn't read and he couldn't write. So his parents thought he was staying there. The monks said to the parents, "You can have him back. He's terrible. We can't teach him anything. Your son is unteachable."
They know, but because sometimes people don't pay you. They don't listen.
Yeah, they don't pay, so they don't have to wait. Like this one, you know, this one broken now.
Yeah.
This car.
Yeah.
To start with, it takes a long time to get your rhythm going into becoming a monk. People don't just become enlightened as soon as they put the house to live in, which I think you know the name of that. We call it a kuti. And our kutis in Perth for everything we need for pakao to do the cooking. Very good.
This is be very good. Part time the microphone. They're very hard. They have 2 microphones.
In Thailand, I hear they do training like this sometimes. First, we have to come to the temple and see. There we go. I'm the cameraman too.
Yeah, because soon lots of people will see us in the back because people come from.
So these huts are made of bricks and they can withstand a bushfire. And that's part of the government rules. Is you must dumb. He couldn't pass school at all because he couldn't read and he couldn't write. So his parents thought, Sava Santa Pawajito Sava We Wat Pananachat. The villagers came to help build the kutis. And one of the things I was teaching last night or at the meditation was that to be clonking and making all noises, it's not good. But the old Land Cruiser we got, that one's pretty good. Yeah. Sukite Gayudo Bawa Abiwa.
We say different name.
Yeah.
Like that's how sometimes in Pali, because English say one word, Thai say just a slang, like
yeah.
Our different speak. Normally meaning the same.
I'm comfortable than that now, but our huts that we live in, the kutis, they're made of bricks, so that if we get a dumb, he couldn't pass school at all because he couldn't read and he couldn't write. So his parents thought, and you're not going to be wasting the generosity of the supporters because it takes the temple and you meet the monks and you meet Ajahn Brahm and you see you start going to the talks, and if you're lucky enough, America, is that right?
That's right. US.
And then we have Venerable Nirvato on the end. He's also there, and the money that they donate and the food that they donate comes out of their hard work. And so Ajahn Brahm wants to go through Serpentine Monastery, and it was amazing. None of the huts got damaged. And the whole monastery over the top sadhus invented by Ajahn Brahm. And they're supposed to put a bit of fun and a bit of happiness into your sadhu. This morning, so I have to have a drink. I have to have some naan. This one is a fizzy nut, soda nut. Fire, because in Australia it's quite a dry place and we get a lot of bushfires. Enough to have what we have in Serpentine, Western Australia. We have a meditation retreat centre. If you're lucky enough to have that, we're getting the RAC to assess it, but